Hi there, savewith.crypto here. Okay, so I just want to show you this conversation I had with a friend of mine. It's a mate I met in France, and he's actually English, but yeah, we've stayed really good friends anyway, and he's an excellent bloke. Technically, he's not the most technical person. That said, with machinery and stuff, he's really good, but computers and stuff scare him a little bit. So I was alarmed back in February last year when I spotted him on Telegram and asked how he was, and he asked me how it was, and I said, "What are you doing here?" And I replied, "Yeah, all good, mate. Telegram gets used for lots of crypto stuff, and scammers are rife here, so just checking you haven't done something daft." And he said, "Not more than usual. Are you okay with your crypto? It's been a bit shit recently, I understand." Now, this is because the time I'd seen him before was the summer of 2021, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. And crypto was doing great. I was doing big trades and I had lots of money and all that sort of thing. And it obviously all went bad around about November 2021, wasn't it? So this was a conversation we'd had a year or so earlier. So things have been quite bad over the course of 2022. Bear in mind, this was the 1st of February last year. So I said, sure, crypto markets have been well down, but didn't panic me at all. I just bought more and did some trading near the bottom. So I've lots more for when it goes back up again. And he said, you got out before it crashed. And I said, no, I just trade using derivatives, so I can make money whatever direction it goes. And what I mean by that is I tend to have most of my money in Bitcoin. And if the price of Bitcoin goes down, what I will do, I won't necessarily short it on the way down, but I'll generally be looking for ways that I can do a long when it hits what I think is a bottom and then trade it back up, so then you end up with more Bitcoin. And that's what I meant by that. Last week, was it last week? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was just before the ETF news. He contacted me and said, I want to get into this crypto thing. And he was just talking about buying some crypto. So we had a chat on the phone and I suggested that he used SwissBorg. It's like an app on your phone. And if you go to savewithcrypto.org/SwissBorg, you will get up to €100 worth of BORG token for free. And that's a really good place, I think, for people to actually buy crypto. You can either buy with a card or you can do it by using a bank transfer. It's generally cheaper to always do a bank transfer, by the way. Anyway, he was going to call me back and say how he got on. Obviously, it worked because I got a message saying 2.5% down. Now, that was just after the ETF news had happened, so I didn't know what to say the day before. I said, are you aware something quite big's going to happen today? And he didn't know anything about it. And I said, well, it should. Everyone thinks it will pump the price of the price, but I don't really know. And as we know, the price has come down quite a lot since then. So 17th of January saying 2.5% down. I said best advice I ever had was if it goes down, buy more. I'm expecting a really big drop before April, by the way, which I am. And he replied, if you could just let me know before, that would be handy. Now, unfortunately, my crystal ball was out of action, so he added himself to the announcement channel, which you can do too by going to savewithcrypto.org/TG. And then he came back saying only 1.5% down now. And then it was 4.5% down now. Boo! And I said, welcome to crypto. It's okay. You get used to it. When you get plus 15%, you forget about the past. And it's true, really, because 15% is quite normal. I mean, sometimes you get 30% and things like that. But I don't know. It's a weird thing. If you come from a kind of traditional investing kind of background, and I think this friend of mine, I think he's had like a portfolio manager looking after like stocks and shares for him, and he's seen increases of like a few percent every year, but it's it's gradually gone up, but just like a few percent. So obviously the crypto world is completely shocking, I suppose, because it goes up and then it goes down and then it's all crazy. And then he said, I have 2,000 Bitcoin. I'm sure he hasn't got 2,000 Bitcoin. I think what he means is I've got 2,000. I think that means pounds as well. He said, I've got, let's say, £2,000 worth of Bitcoin, £1,000 worth of Chainlink, £1,000 of DAI, and £1,000 of Ethereum. Am I a dick? Okay. So I said BTC, Link and ETH, all good. Not sure why you have DAI. DAI is a stable coin. I guess you are waiting for dips to swap into something else, yeah. And he said, I wish I understood what you meant. And I said, DAI will always be about $1. And then I showed this graph of DAI over the last 4 years where it's about $1. And I said, I'll make a video for you, which is why I'm making a video right now. So, okay, so most cryptos, things like Bitcoin, Link, Ethereum, they go up and down, we hope, with those ones. And I'm pretty sure, to be honest, over a long period of time, they're going to go up massively. Now, of course, the best time for my mate to have bought the stuff was back in February when he said it's all gone a bit shit. Back then, the price of Bitcoin in February was about $22,000 and now it's 41, nearly 42. The price of Ethereum back then was about $1.5 grand. It's now 2.5. So that would have been better to buy then. And the price of Link, yeah, I mean, Link was about $7 then, and it's now 15. So you get the idea that having bought a year ago would have been a much better idea because everything was half price. But 2024, I'm expecting it to be a very bullish year for crypto in general. So I think buying now is okay. But you don't want to get hung up on these little pullbacks like 4.5%, even 10%, or like I'm expecting more like 20% maybe. You don't want to get hung up on that because it will just be an opportunity to get more if you're buying it, and then it will go back up much more, I think. And I think everything will go up a lot until Bitcoin gets to about $100,000. And I think at that point, a lot of people are going to take profit, me included, and the price is going to come right back down to pretty much where it is now. At which point I'll probably buy back in, then just do it all over again and carry on like that for the rest of my life. So yeah, so as far as his investments go, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, excellent choices. DAI is a stable coin. DAI is, stays at $1. And you can see here, from 2021 until now, DAI has been at $1, pretty much 97 cents or whatever. DAI isn't a stable coin that I use myself. I tend to use USDT, which pretty much stays at $1 as well. It's weird how you sometimes get the little spikes there, but it's never very much. It's like, 2-3% at maximum. USDT Tether is another one, and USDC Circle, I think it's called, is another stable coin. Circle's a bit weird though. Sometimes it does weird things like that. March 23, can't remember what happened then. But yeah, actually went down to like 80 cents, which was very strange. They are stable coins. Now, the reason we use stable coins is because if you're trading spot, so say you've got some Bitcoin now and you're buying it now for 42,000, so you buy it now, then it goes up to 45,000 and you think it's going to go down a bit after that. What you might want to do is sell it at that point and then buy it in back lower. Now, if you're dealing with that with spot, you could go back into dollars or pounds or euros, but to do that, there's quite a lot of fees involved. So what we tend to do in crypto, we tend to normally go into USDT, which is Tether. I've never used DAI myself ever. USDC, I don't think I've ever used. That's what we use stablecoins for. So that's why I'm questioning why he had DAI. Now, I suspect one thing he might want to do is if, say, the price of Bitcoin goes down to 32k, at that point, he will have his DAI. I can't remember how much he had. Yeah, so he's got $1,000 or £1,000 probably of DAI, at which point if you could use that then. Within the SwissBorg app, you could use that to buy, for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum. And then if it goes up $10,000 to where we are now, you might want to then sell it again. So you could sell it there and you would have more DAI than you had before. I'd probably suggest using USDT because everyone else does. And I tend to favour the bigger things with stablecoins, and USDT is pretty much the industry standard. So yeah, I didn't totally understand the choice of buying DAI. If anybody wants to comment and tell me some other reason that he might have chosen DAI, please tell me. And actually, to be honest, if you're going to hold a stablecoin on the SwissBorg app, you'd be better off using USDT. Now, me as a Genesis member of SwissBorg, I would get 5.82% APY on USDT. And if I wanted to use USDC, I could actually get a yield on that as well if I wanted to. I probably wouldn't do that, but if I wanted to, it would be 5.75% with the Genesis SwissBorg membership. Now, if you want to know about any coins, one of the best places to go to is CoinMarketCap. You don't have to log in, you don't have to make an account, but you can either just search for your coin up here, or you can just put in the ticker. That's the 3 or 4 or sometimes 5 letters that identify your currency, for example USDT. Or let's have a look at DAI and we can see exactly what it is. So there's DAI, and you can see it just pretty much hovers around $1. It did go up a little bit actually earlier on today, went up to, it was only 1.0001. Yeah, it pretty much just hovers around $1 all the time. If you look at About DAI here, it says DAI is an Ethereum-based stablecoin whose issuance and development is managed by the Maker protocol and the MakerDAO decentralized autonomous organization. The price of DAI is soft pegged to the US dollar and is collateralized by a mix of other cryptocurrencies that are deposited into smart contract vaults every time new DAI is minted. Okay, so Tether USDT, launched in 2014, Tether is a blockchain-enabled platform designed to facilitate the use of fiat currencies in a digital manner. Tether works to disrupt the conventional financial system via a more modern approach to money. Tether has made headway by giving customers the ability to transact with traditional currencies across the blockchain without the inherent volatility and complexity typically associated with a digital currency. As the first blockchain-enabled platform to facilitate the digital use of the traditional currencies, a familiar, stable accounting unit, Tether has democratized cross-border transactions across the blockchain. So yeah, it's just like using dollars, but it's digital. So yeah, I'm still slightly baffled why he chose to buy £1,000 worth of DAI. Because, to be honest, if you're using the SwissBorg platform, you can actually have the fiat money, that's the pounds, dollars, or whatever currency is from your country. You can have your fiat money like ready to buy crypto, and you can do that straight away in the app. You don't really need to put it into a stable coin first. Anyway, like all of us, you have to start somewhere by learning about stuff, and that's really cool. If you like the sound of that, then give the video a like. While you're down there, leave a nice comment. Make sure you are subscribed and you've got notifications set on all. And above all, tell your friends.